Dandavat Pranam, Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jai Sri Jayapataka, Jai Sri Prabhupada. In this munificent Sri Vyasa-puja of Srila Jayapataka, Srila Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj, I feel very much inspired, honored, and it's a blessing for me to deliver my offerings from this beautiful place surrounded by beautiful nature. But obviously I wish I could be physically present with all of you and with you, Srila Guru Maharaj, at this very auspicious moment, thanking the Supreme Almighty Lord for always keeping you with us, with all the physical challenges that have shown that they have no effect whatsoever, nor on your operational capacity, nor on your intelligence, nor on your brilliant mind, and nor on your will, energy, power, but instead it's all showing how important it is to be how you are, highly connected, spiritually advanced, highly exalted, and very much devoted, very much loyal and dedicated to the preaching and instruction of your spiritual master. It's very important for me and this offering not to do a simple offerings of sentimentalism or whatever it is, but to deliver a lecture while someone is talking about a person whom every day of action and activities can be written a full book on it. Because every day there was something new, there was some inspirational service, some teachings, a lot of knowledge. It shows how close your divine grace is to Sisi Radha Madhava, to the Panchatattva in general, how close and intimate your divine grace is to Srimati Radhika, as well as few people know how connected and close you are to Lord Jagannath as well, because I have been a vivid witness of so many things that are not yet to be revealed, but that you had the mercy sometimes to allow me to be a witness of them. That is very enlivening, very touching, and which is an eternal blessing that ones carry on generations after generations. Your mission is not easy at all. You have been an exemplary in each and every action. Exalted personalities have spoken about you like no one else, and being yourself the topmost seen Vaishnava physically in the world is not an easy issue. It's in fact a blessing that you got from your divine Gurudev. There are two things that I like to mention and that calls my attention, and that in fact are a lecture, that are an important teaching to our senior brothers, to your most successful in preaching and administration, your disciples. That one time we were together in your quarters, and somehow or other outside of your room there was a lady. She was crying because she had some problems, and then she was asking your divine grace, when I went out to see what was happening, she was asking you to overrule a decision which was made by the authorities, telling you you are the boss, you can do it. But then in a very humble way you gave a reply which shows your platform, your understanding that you are not cheated by what Maya does to the devotees, the energy of the illusion, but instead that you were very much aware every single moment your real platform. And then you said, no, I'm not the boss here, I'm nothing but a guest servant in the house of Madhava. That gives a clear indication how profound and deep you have gone by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and by his teachings, how much he bestowed upon you in understanding that one should never ever be cheated by whatever the external material world offers to the living entity that attracts him and that can position him in a very risky situation with greed, fame, power, and all these things. You overcome all these things and remain humble and connected and understanding what is the real position that a devotee should have. So unfortunately many people, they have posts, they have important services in administrative posts and everything, and they get little bit affected by the desires, by their weak desires in front of the cheatings of the energy of delusion, as I said. Another time, and this is very important, that all those who have senior positions, that to be very much protected with these important blessings, to understand what is the real dharma, the swadharma that we have, and not to be subdued and overruled by this ill or wrong emotions or wrong feelings that the energy of illusion imposes on us. Another thing is that one time, there are many things that I can talk about yourself, but one time also inspired me, because you never had a private moment. There is no such thing a private life or private moment of a sannyas and renounced order. Everything was public. You always were surrounded by devotees. You were taking care of them, and they were taking care of you and protecting you as you were protecting them. Your super high degree of surrender to Srila Prabhupada protected you, protected your ashram, protected your devotional service. Even in many places there were lacks of funds to do many things, but when you appear, Srimati Lakshmi was manifesting her opulence, and many services were covered and done, and were an inspiration to do so many festivals. Everything, your presence everywhere was like a Maha Mahotsav. Srila Lokanath Maharaj used to say, when you used to appear, is like a demigod descending on earth, mainly on the festivals. That's why they gave you the title of Maharaj's Festival #1 in the world. You were very much blessed in so many ways. But then, as you said one time, whoever wants to become sannyasi must have 100% his mind in that ashram, because if he's 99%, that 1% left could be sufficient for the energy of delusion to enter, to attack the ashram, to destroy the mind gradually with some desires of subtle desires like fame, name, power, wealth, and then after lust and all these things, and gradually from 1% become 2%, 3%, 10%, 20%, ends up destroying the celibacy or the humility, the spirituality of the devotee. So you were very much aware. In one of your lectures you said that, and that is very inspiring. And I wanted always to point out this, just to as an instruction that I saw you were giving, that it's an example to many senior devotees now who are embracing this responsibility of being in the renounced order. So many things we can say about yourself is that each and every day can be reading a book. Each and every day means something. Each and every day, your Divine Grace, an exemplary example of full dedication, full devotion, that gives you that spiritual strength. Your strength emanates from the degree of surrender, 100% of surrender and 100% of love, devotion, compassion. One of your most important features is tolerance, is open-minded, understanding and inspiring people from different walks and talks from the whole world, from Russia to Middle East to Africa, South America, North America, Central America, Far East and Asia. Within the whole Holy Dham, the whole India is filled up, Nepal, of Tirthas, India and Nepal obviously. So you have been an inspiration beyond the physical body, beyond the color of the skin, beyond being born, not within these holy places. One time, His Divine Grace Srila Govinda Maharaj in 1998, he told me, your Guru Maharaj is one of us, he's a Dhamvasi, for us he's not a foreigner. What a beautiful statement. And before he left his body, he says, Jayapataka Maharaj is one of the best Vaishnavas in the world. So all these things are nothing but inspirational potencies and energies that put the mind on the right track. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, from this beautiful place. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to be there this time, but I am there in heart and in mind with all the devotees celebrating this most auspicious event of your Vyasa-puja. I beg forgiveness for all my, let's say, attitudes or behaviors or words or this fallen state that we sometimes are going through. and I beg that the Supreme Almighty Lord, their most divine Lordship, Sri Radha Madhava Stachaki, Sri Panchatattva Bhagavan, Sri Prahlad Simhadev, Sitaram Lakshman, the Guru Paramparam, the 6 Goswamis, a personality that you feel connected and inspired. And I know that you could talk to him, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who's the mentor of the congregational preaching, that you have been taken so intelligently done this service, as well as the very important and super intelligent person who is Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, that you wrote a purport on Sri Vaishnava case, showing how intelligent, how important one has to be, and never ever be cheated by the energy of the illusion, and not to be affected by the desires of the mind, as well as this great inspiration of the Western world, mainly, and India, and the second half of the 20th century, how is Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. So I beg you to please always bless me and forgive me, and thank you very much for this place, and hope everyone gets fully blessed today, as well as you remain with us, as well as this beautiful extraordinary service of the TOVP that could be fully manifested soon. Thank you very much.